Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Minecraft. It's pushed the block in, so now we have a 2-day timer on it. When I put down the daylight sensor over here, which is what is going to power this, I'm going to put it out a little bit from the mountain. I'm going to put it like that, so it runs in between. When that activates, this will send out a pulse. That one will flicker once, and it will go out, and it will connect with that block, and it will pull it back. That one down there will do the same. It will connect with its block, and it will pull it back. And then we'll go through a whole day-night cycle. And when the next day comes along, this pulse switch will activate again because it goes in there. It's just done it then. Pulse switch. Why did it pulse just then? Is there really enough light coming from there to actually activate that immediately? There is. It's really early in the day that this one activates. But that did work, and it did what it was supposed to. It was just pulled that one back, which will deactivate the egg shooter in there. So then it'll go and do it again. And I do want to test this, so I'm going to break that. So I want to make sure that it does actually put that block back the way it's supposed to. That one down. Yes. Right, it puts the block back the way it's supposed to. That's all we need to know. It'll put the block back, and that will activate this dispenser. So all the eggs that have gathered up since the block was removed, which is a full day-night cycle in Minecraft, so it should be a full dispenser in it. It'll chuck all of those out, and any chickens that are hatched will drop into this beastie over here. All right? They will come along the little water stream, and they will drop down into the bottom, into the masher down there. And then there should be enough time, because it's 2 day-night cycles. Remember, we sleep through the night, and if we sleep through the night, I don't think it shortens the timers on the mobs, which is why I wanted it on a 2-day cycle on this one. It will then, like most of those chickens, should have been turned into adults, and the block goes in, and it kills them all, and then they drop their chickens. They drop the raw chicken, and they drop feathers. And I want to do it like that because the raw chicken will then be able to go into our XP smelters, and we can use that just to harvest some more XP from the chickens. That's why I want to do it like that. So now what I want to do is I want to go up here, and I'm just going to swap the wheat seeds over like that. And I'm going to give you, and you like that. We'll ignore the other one, so we should have another chicken turn up. And I come down here. I've covered over the top of this one. And I'm not going to put that redstone back on there just yet. I'm going to leave that for a minute. And what I will do here is I'll just fill in this bit. Make it a bit easier for us to run around. And so we can come up here and we can see this. Now, what I do need to do is I need to make sure that I've got some torches up here so that I can see what's going on. So I want to look in there. I've got 2 eggs in there so far, which is not very many. We're probably not going to get anything from that, but I will still take them up and chuck them into the top. Climb up here. We will chuck in the 2 eggs in here like this. I want to try and avoid hurting the chickens. Apparently I'm not going to avoid hurting the chickens. So I'll leave that one little bit open there, and now I want some torches. And then I can bring a few torches over, and I can cover over the top of this little beast with some torches. But in theory, we should then go and get, so you can see that block is right in there, and that will have crushed any chickens that are in there. And I want another hopper out the side, because sometimes the drops, they come out this side, and I did find that they were sort of falling off down there, which is why I want one more hopper just out on the side like that. So we'll do it like that. That is my chicken farm. It's probably a bit bigger than it needs to be, and I could probably make this a lot more compact and work better, but it gives me a long enough cycle to ensure as many chickens as possible reach adulthood before we slaughter them mercilessly with our chicken farm mechanism, because 1 day cycle wasn't enough. I wasn't getting enough adult chickens going into the masher. They were still baby chickens, and I don't want to kill baby chickens. I want them to enjoy a long and healthy lifestyle stuck in that little tiny hole in the bottom before I mash them to death. So I've now made a murdery murder machine that is extremely murdery and hopefully extremely efficient, and it will actually give us some decent drops. Why did I come back? Torches. That's why I came back. Right, let's go. I'll leave the coal and I will take, instead, the charcoal. And I'm going to take a full stack of charcoal and I'm going to turn it into other stuff. So I've got, most of that has now gone through. We have got charcoal in here. I've burned everything out in there and I've burned everything up in there. I'm just using up the charcoal now to finish up the last of the netherrack. And in here, we've got several bricks, which is brilliant. It's absolutely awesome. Everything is coming together nicely. Sort of. Slowly. Anything in there. And I've got a bit of redstone now. I need to try and keep all of my redstone stuff together in one place. It would be a lot easier. Redstone dust here. I'll keep it in a chest out here. Building a large sorting facility is on my to-do list. I know I keep saying that. It still is on my to-do list. But it's gonna be a little while before I actually get to doing it. I'm going to go with the acacia logs here, and I'm just gonna have 16 of those because I want to do it like this. I want to have those and make a full stack, and then I want to have them like that, which makes a couple of stacks, and then I can have that, and I can have that, and that will make 4 stacks of torches. And it gives me a load of sticks. I'm going to put the sticks back in here. I'm going to put 1 stack of sticks back in there. I'll worry about the other stuff in a minute. I do want to keep the redstone, but the other, like the comparators and that, and the torches, they can go now. I don't need them. The minecart can sit in there. I've got the chicken to eventually go into this XP grinder as well. Let's pop that up in there. And that can start cooking in a bit. Let's go back round to the chicken farm and see if we can do anything else to those chickens, whether we can get them to breed again or not just yet. Probably not yet. I suspect that we're a little bit too early for breeding just yet. But what I can do is I can light this up like a Christmas tree to try and ensure that I don't get anything nasty going on over here. Torches, as far as I know, have no impact on one of these whatsoever. It makes no difference to them in any way, shape, or form if you put torches next to them. It's got to actually be daylight to get a daylight sensor to activate. So I'm going... Oh, no, I want to... Okay, I don't want to do it like that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over here. I need to make another shovel. I don't have a shovel on me at the moment. I'm going to do that. There. Right. Up we go. And then I can just sit right in the middle. I love this. I love this. I absolutely love this. It's brilliant, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it absolutely amazing? And we'll put down a couple of torches like this. Put one there. I'm going to come out onto the top of this, and I'm going to put torches out over here. Now, this is just for light. I know nothing spawns on these. I know that we get nothing spawning on top of a sheet of glass or a block of glass. Doesn't happen. However, I'm still going to put a whole load of torches all over it, just so that we don't have anything unfortunate happening. And I got to make sure I put torches down there as well in a minute. Let's go over here a minute and see if I can... Yes, ideal. There is another chicken coming into the mix. It's about 5 minutes for each chicken in there. Then I want to put a torch. And a torch. And a torch. Another one in there. I've got a couple up the top here. And I'm going to want to kind of like get more torches going in up here as well, higher up. A little bit later. I'll do that in a bit. I won't do it just yet. I want to just mine this out here. Get this coal out of here. And then I can deal with some other bits in a minute. Take everything out of here that we can. Get that bit in there, and all the way back in here. Right, ideal. We will clear that bit out there. Open this up a little bit. Get a torch. Get a couple of torches in here, like that. Come down this way. Get onto this and come up. And I've already brought torches out this side previously. Probably lit up enough up here, actually. Maybe we could put a little... We could put one down there and another one over here. Is that enough? I'm hoping that that is enough just there. We've got more torches over this side. Uneven mountains are really difficult to get right. Just to actually make sure that you don't get anything spawning. And I get very paranoid about spawns. I don't want anything spawning anywhere near me, ever. Right? I don't want it. I don't want anything spawning anywhere near my base. I seen a really cool device on the SciCraft server. The you know, I said a few episodes ago about watching Mumbo Jumbo do stuff with it, and they had this spawner. Well, it wasn't a spawner. It stopped mobs from spawning. It was actually a block that stopped mobs from spawning, and it worked really well. And what it was shulker boxes, whatever they are, and you had all of these things together. You had loads of them. I got a whole load of them. I'll go up and get them in a second. You had loads of them up there. Sort of, I don't know quite how they got them to work. They put them all in minecarts and they brought them back. So not shulker boxes, but actual shulkers that they... Is it shulkers? I don't know. I've never been to the end and seen these things. These are brand new creatures to me. I don't even know what they are or what they do. Like, it's very weird. Okay, I can't actually breed any more of those. Not at the moment. But they had 600 of them. And they were right on the edge of the spawn chunks. And they activated it, and it pushed them in minecarts across the edge, so they weren't in the spawn chunk. And then they activated it, and it pushed the minecart with these creatures in across into the actual spawn chunks. And because there were so many of them, it was basically a mob switch. That's what they called it. It was a mob switch. And it switched off all, not all passive mobs, it switched off all nasty mobs, or all the aggressive mobs. Switched them all off. They weren't able to be active at all when this thing was on. And it was absolutely brilliant. It's a proper switch to turn it all off. And I'd never seen such a thing. And I thought it was such a wonderful device. Apparently it took a very long time to build, and to get all of the right creatures in there, that also took a really long time. So it's not something that we could do in a hurry on... Certainly not for us. Right, there is a mob. He's directly underneath us. That's where he is. There is a zombie directly underneath us. Where can I go to and find him? I'm going to go out this side. We need to go... Oh, no, we can go this way. Right, that zombie is underneath us. I'm going to go and find him. I don't want to shake his hand. I want to kill him. I don't... There, he's up there. Right, so I know that he's there. He did genuinely make me nervous when he did that. And I'm also going to go up, and I'm going to block that. So let's get rid of him. There we go. Right, there's nothing else there. So he spawned right up here, which means that I want to go up here with some torches, and I want to just light this up a little bit. That's all. Put that up there. More torches. I could put buttons everywhere. If I covered every single block in buttons down here, it would stop anything else from spawning. That's a bit of a time-consuming and tedious process, though. Covering every single little bit of an area in buttons is definitely right up there for tedium. I did see a video of Mumbo Jumbo doing that. I know I have said so many times that I don't generally watch gameplay videos which I've always been gobsmacked that people would ever want to watch me doing this, because I don't actually really like watching gameplay videos of anything except redstone builds, like people doing big redstone builds on Minecraft. I've always found that quite fascinating, and so I do watch that. And Mumbo Jumbo is probably my favorite one. He's got some very cool stuff that he does. And something that I thought was really, really funny was a video that I was watching the other day with him, and he what was he doing? For a build that he was doing, he needed a dog. Now, this is a guy who, not all that long ago, built a walking house. Right? Just to wrap your head around this, he built an actual walking house. His house, he could build it, and it would then just go and walk off in another direction. Yeah? Do you fully grasp what I'm telling you here? A walking house. Now, the kind of mind that can build a walking house is quite an impressive mind. Yes? He had to go and look up. And he's been playing Minecraft for a long time. He's been a Minecraft YouTuber for a very long time. He's been playing the game for a long time. He knows a lot about the game. He needed a dog. He had to go and look it up. How to actually capture a dog, a wolf, and turn it into a pet. He actually had to go and Google it because he'd never done it. Right, a dude who builds a walking house in Minecraft, no mods, just redstone, and he has to go and Google how to capture a dog. Right, that sums up, that just sums up Mumbo Jumbo for you completely in, like, one little move. Like, that is everything that you need to know about Mumbo Jumbo. Alright, I didn't want to do that. I want to go up like that. There we go, that's better. Right, I don't want to fill in that bit because it will kill my garden up the top. I want to do that. And I actually want to make it into a cross like that, just because I think it looks better, that's all. There's no actual reason for doing that other than just I like the look of it. So why can't I... Oh, because I'm out on the side over here. It won't let me crawl down through the bottom bit. That is so cool. It's actually... Scaffolding has actually got a safety feature built into it. That's even better. Like, I knew the scaffolding was good because I've just found out all about it. And it is absolutely amazing. But it does actually have a safety feature built into it that stops you from, dropping down too far. How awesome is that? Like, how wickedly cool is that? That is just amazing. Anyway, things that I want to build. I want to build a spider farm using the spider spawner that I've got down the bottom. That is definitely on my to-do list so that we can get a supply of string. I will eventually want to get a creeper farm so that I can get a supply of TNT. Well, not TNT, gunpowder, because we need gunpowder for making the TNT. And we also need gunpowder for making fireworks, which when we do eventually get to the end and defeat the Ender Dragon, we are going to want to... We'll then be able to go and get elytras from there, and we'll be able to fly around to our heart's content. It'll be absolutely amazing. We'll be able to fly wherever we want. But in order to be able to fly, we are going to need to be able to use fireworks. They actually have a use beyond just making pretty colours now. And I like that. That's another thing that I like. Another addition, another change to the game that I particularly appreciate is the fact that you don't just make pretty colours with fireworks. They have a real practical use. Ooh. Zombie over there with shiny armor. What are you going to drop when I kill you? And there is no question. Your time has come, my friend. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're a bit of a disappointment when it comes to mobs. It must be said, you were a bit of a disappointment. Back we go up to the top. Let's go and see our chickens. Go up here and see our chickens. Here, how many have I got? I've still only got 3 adult chickens in here. There is an adult, and there is an adult, so they can make another baby chicken. There, I have another baby chicken, and I'm gonna just drop down here, and I'm gonna see if I got 3 eggs in here. I got 5 eggs in total now, so let me go and take these eggs and climb up here and chuck those in. Hopefully without killing it. If I chuck them up at the side up here, no joy. Nothing happening. 3 adult chickens. All right, I'm going to leave them just for a little bit longer. We will get here eventually. You know what I'm going to also do? I'm going to come back down to the bottom of this, and I'm going to add a little bit more in the way of platform there. And then I'm going to go up this way, so I don't have to keep jumping quite so much. Right, I do that. I take it all the way over. Why did that drop off? Is there a limit on how far it can go? There appears to be a limit on how far this can go. That has just activated my switch just on there. Because it's so close to this one, it activates really, really early in the day. And that's not a bad thing. But what it does mean is... Oh, it doesn't matter when it deactivates. It makes no difference at all. Oh, yes, it does. If that deactivates too soon... too late, because it'll only deactivate when it gets fully dark. It means that the switch won't power off and on again. I think. I'm not quite sure how that works, but I am wondering if it would be a good idea if I go and remove this a minute... And just to be on the safe side, if I bring that down here and just have it a little bit further away, just like over here somewhere. There. Alright. So it's not quite powered up this way yet. It's got a signal strength of 5 right now. That'll put a signal strength of 6, 7, and as soon as it reaches 8, it will then trigger the switch. Which we'll look over here, and we will watch that happen. It's going to go up there in a second. It's going to get a little bit brighter. It'll be a signal strength of 8. I think during the day, regardless of whether it's raining, you still get a full output of 15. Maybe you don't. Is this as bright as it gets on a... Oh, no, it does have a stronger signal strength up there now. It's got to go one more. So it's got to get a little bit later in the day. This is actually going to be alright, because it means that then as the sun starts to set, it'll go out pretty quick as well. And I just want it to go a little bit more. Go on. There. There we go. It pulsed, it knocked that back in, and everything worked exactly as it should. Those pulse switches, we'll be using a lot of those for a lot of the basic farms that I want to make. It's a really simple idea with a pulse switch, and they work really well. So we will be using quite a number of them, and building quite a few farms based around that simple concept of just extending out a pulse, and then using the pulse to harvest once per day everything that has grown at the time. Okay, let's go ahead and put the beetroot seeds down through here, like that. That's 2 lots of 9 down through there, and then I'll go through this way. The carrots will expand out a lot faster than the beetroot will. But we're still not ready yet to... We haven't quite got a full garden of carrots yet. You don't get anything else with the carrots. What we could do is we could make golden carrots. We can eat... Well, we're going to want to for being able to eat everything anyway, but using golden carrots, they seem to give quite a high hunger saturation fulfillment, and so I think it's definitely worth us having a go with those. Other things that I want to do right now is go and visit the cows. We're going to go over this way. We're going to go in here, and I'm not going to kill any cows this time. I'm just going to have the wheat right here. Oops, didn't mean to hit it. Sorry, I didn't mean to spank you like that. I'm really sorry. I want to go right through here. as many of these as I can. There we go. Takes a while. There's got to be... I mean, there are, like, semi-automatic cattle farm that you can make. I don't know how good they are, though. I've absolutely no good... I've absolutely no idea how good any kind of semi-automatic cow farm is. I don't know if you can have a completely automatic cow farm. Like, you've got a completely automatic farm for chickens because you're able to throw the eggs out, and it's the eggs that are the crucial part to it. Whereas with cows, you've got to feed them wheat so that they breed together, and I don't know if you can do that with automation. So it's going to be interesting to find out if that is a thing. I mean, if it is, that's brilliant. I would like to be able to use it. What do I want to do next? A sugarcane farm would be good if I could have an automated one of those, but really the iron farm is probably the next most important thing, and in order to get the iron farm, we're going to want a load of villagers. Actually, we only need 3 villagers just to start it off with, but in order to make it easy to start off with... Ooh, I've got several chickens have grown now. In order to make the iron farm easy to start off with, I want a village breeder. So I need to be able to make a load of villagers, and then I can use those villagers. Right, we're starting to get more and more chickens in here, and this is good. So we're going to be getting more eggs in there. Eventually, we will be able to come down and we'll be able to switch this thing on completely. Right now, I'm just going to leave those eggs in there. Okay. So I want to make some plans now for how and where we're going to do our first village breeder. And then we'll be able to use the villagers that we get from that one. And we need 3 villagers back here in order to be able to do it. But before we do that, I'll build the actual structure that they're going to be living in, so that we don't have anything going horribly wrong once we get the villagers back here. I'm going to need a bit of space in order to be able to get through. And I've got to decide exactly where they're going to be built. So one of the places they're going to be built, like we've got, there's the edge of our spawn chunks just over there. And we know that our spawn chunk, I can't remember, I should have written it down. I should have actually written it down, like all this sugarcane up through here. I don't really want this. That one right there is the outside edge, isn't it? So I am facing targeted block 250, 62, 158, 250, 62, 159. I need to be looking at the chunk though. On the targeted block is over on the right hand side of the screen. On the left hand side of the screen, just below the coordinates, I got 250, 63, 158. And I've got block 250, 63, 158. And then I've got chunk 10, 15, 14. It's 10, 14 that we want in 10, 15, 15. Ignore the 10, 15, 15. That's 15, 3, 9. Still 15, 3, 9. 15, 3, 10. 10 is not spawn chunk. This one is spawn chunk. And that's all we need to know. That one there is the outside edge of our spawn chunk. So I want to build a road here. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.